Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob the Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today we're going to do a quick unboxing, take a look at something that was loaned to me by Hoffy. He had a knife he wanted me to check out, so let's look at it. Alright, today I'm opening up with my Poi Kilo Taro knife. It's a fantastic reverse tanto with a very high polished kind of satin finish. Really cool knife. Let's get into this. This is a knife, the Rike Lamella. Trying to get into this box without doing any damage to his box. Alright, so here is the Rike knife. Very cool. What do we have here? Rike knife. We've got little stickers, and oh, we got a nice cool little cloth and everything. Oh my, this is one of these. I think Cole would love this from Tri-State EDC. This is what you would call, I think this is Ultim, right? I'm assuming this is Ultim. So very Persian looking, very round. So let's see, how does it flip? Wow, that is an absolute Persian puppy. Reminds me a lot of the quality and the finish of that blade. Now, Poi Kilo is still a step above. I still think they're one of the best out there, but man, that's pretty nice. Whoa! Hold on. Let's wait a second. Hold on. Let's do that again. Oh, and it's got a fuller? It does. Now, this is totally outside of my aesthetic. I will tell you that. Can I reverse flick? It's a little uncomfortable to reverse flick. Is this titanium? Okay, this, I thought the thing was plastic, but I guess that's Ultim. Now, what is this down here? Oh, that's how you take it apart, I'm sure. Okay, I'm not going to do that. It's not my knife. It's got a little ceramic ball for going in and out of the pocket. Let's do that again. That action is stunning. Now, I couldn't reverse flick. Let's see, is it? Okay. So the angle to reverse flick over here, you don't want to go up like that. You want to go in here like that. Yeah, there you go. So kind of like if I was left-handed, how a left-handed person, oh, I just got to get in there. Left-handed person would come in on it, right? So just like that. Whereas if I'm right-handed, I'm going to come in like that. Definitely a nice jimping up there. You could absolutely choke up. Look at that. That thing's big. I got large hands with big meaty fingers, plenty of room. It does have that little hook there part. This reminds me a lot of the Rhino that Poi Kilo has. Also reminds me of one other knife that I got to check out recently. Oh, the, was it the Orca? Maybe the Orca too? Yeah, I think that was a really cool one too. That was also very much Persian, but not as, this one is very, very prominent Persian. You can see that. Very strong. Interesting back spacer. It's light. It does give it a little bit of lightness, and it's cool to see the inside. I think that's kind of nice. So if you're a big Ultim fan, you're going to love that. I don't know if I'm an Ultim fan. I don't actually have anything in my collection that is an Ultim. And I'm not sure if I'm missing anything, right? So to me, it's like, it's interesting. It's just not my cup of tea. This is so different. This is so outside of my aesthetic. M390 blade steel. This is number 687 Lamella. I love the little touches on there. Inset liner lock. Yeah, it's a full inset liner lock. Is that a? Okay, it is a steel bar inset, which is nice. So you don't have to put a steel bar insert into the lock bar. It is titanium here, titanium, right? Of course, there's a blade. Okay, titanium. It looks like apparently titanium thumb studs. Very unique shape. They're a little sharp down here, so you know they're very comfortable as long as I get behind here like this. They're really nice. I will tell you, if you come up like this, they're not comfortable. That's not super fun. It works, but it's you're not going to be doing that a lot. You really want to come from behind. That's my opinion, especially back here as well. And when I do left-handed, I definitely want to come from behind as well. I just got to make sure I know how to do it, right? And let's see how it drops. The action is ridiculous. Jimping goes all the way to the end. Works really nicely. Definitely is a light switch for me. Can you do a push button? I don't know. Let's see. You can, but it's really, it forces you almost to do a light switch the way it goes around. So there's the steel bar. Okay, so there's the steel, the lock bar, the open travel stop pin, and the closed travel stop pin, I guess you could call it. Not a good weight relief in the titanium. That's really cool. It does have, looks like a standoff, if you will, 2 standoffs back there. So this kind of is more decoration and an aesthetic. I mean, it does do a lot of weight relief. I can tell that. Let's see, where's the balance in this knife? Yeah, it's right there. So that was why it feels pretty comfortable, pretty balanced. Now, right here, I'm a little tight, and it does dig in with my big old meaty fingers. I'd have to choke up to feel relief, or I'd have to spread out to go over here. That's a little sharp. So not my favorite, but still incredibly unique, incredibly cool, incredibly well made. Definitely something super crazy awesome. I like it a lot. I think this is really nice. This is really nice. So this is Rike Knife. Very, very cool. I don't know if those are the guys that reached out to me. I think I spoke to somebody recently. I'm not sure who that was, but I'll have to look that up. I'm kind of curious, just out of curiosity. Was it by any chance Rike Knife that I was talking to? That would have been cool. That would have absolutely been very cool. Let's see here. No, it's a different company. Different company. Yeah. I like this. Dead nut centered. Really, really good. Crown spine. I like that. It does have a fuller, and there's an edge there, so it's very functional. So if I didn't want to use the thumb studs, I can absolutely use the fuller. I can do a low flick, thumb down here, flick that as well. That's really nice. You could do a slow roll if you wanted to, I guess. Yeah, it's got a good crisp detent, so it's not real easy to do a slow roll. Yeah, unless I do the fuller and kind of force it. So there you go. That's really cool. Now there's a cutout. It's very radiused. Not a big fan of radiused. Now, fortunately, there's a little bit of cutout, so it does stick up just a little bit. I like the texture on that lock bar. I think that's really cool. This radius, I wish it would just be chamfered. Chamfered's better. This tends to be sharp. You see that? There's a little sharp edge right there. It's not always the most comfortable when you want to get in there, my personal opinion. It just stands out a little bit. I know when I was over here, I could feel it. So a couple of small things, right? Now, I like what they're doing here. If they could take this and tame it down a little bit for someone like me, a little calmer for someone like me who's not like way over the top with these crazy designs. I love everything what they did here. You know, you can maybe straighten that out just a little bit and straighten that blade out just a little bit. I mean, those two things, take that little edge right off there, because this feels like it needs to, like it's supposed to, I don't know, like stand up like that, right? Like it's got to get you. So, I mean, it's impressive. It's absolutely impressive. And here's my thing. If you like the design, you like the look of this one, this is a great knife. My first impressions are really very positive. Thumb studs are unique. Once you get used to them, I think for me, it was pretty quick to get used to them, but I know as long as I stay behind them, super easy to work. Just don't come down low. If you forget that, it's going to dig in. It's for sure going to dig in. And if you do it, you can get away with it a few times, especially even if you have a callus and stuff, but after a while, that's going to start separating your skin and calluses. So keep that in mind. The flipper is, you just got to get low, got to get here so you're not on the, you know, just like that. It works really nice. Make sure you're in a good way where you have a good finger, good presentation. That's the trick right there. You want to make sure you get really well in there. So I think that's nice. Yeah, pretty cool. A little interesting on the reverse. Still learning how all that works. A neat knife, definitely a neat knife. Let's zoom in a little bit. Let's get a nice close up here. So here's that big Persian blade. Look there with a big fuller, which is nice. I like multiple deployments. Thumb studs are a little sharp here. I wish they, I don't know, wish that was around it just a little bit maybe. I know it goes with the aggressiveness of the blade. I get it. If you look at the blade, it is nice and crown spine. Comes to a nice thin tip, so good for poking into dog food, cat food, fertilizer, mulch. You got a nice big finger choil that works really well. You've got this beautiful, it does have a little cutaway axis there, but you know, the radius over here, yeah, give or take it, right? But this works really nicely, and it's easy. It's crisp. It's nice, crispy flipper, but at the same time, it's easy. The axis is not a sore spot. It does have a little edge here. If your fingers are smaller, you can fit in there, or if you just do the finger choke up, that's not a problem. But if you're trying to hold it here where it's more balanced, that is going to dig in, and I could feel that with my big old large hands with big meaty fingers. So that's about equivalent to an extra large hands with normal size fingers, triple extra large hands with thinner fingers, right? So I like the hidden hardware in the clip. I like the ball. This actually does work pretty well. I've had that on a Leon Mod design, a couple of Leon Mod knives. I like how he does it. It works really well. Microtech has it, a few of them too. So I like the Ultim on the back. It looks nice. It kind of gives you a little sneak peek inside. This is, I assume, how you take it apart. In the Borkilo, there's a screw in here. And actually, there is a screw right there. So I guess theoretically, you could take it apart there as well, I guess. I don't know. But very, very nice. Yeah, titanium scale inset liner lock. All that stuff looks really nice. Clip looks like it's got a nice little clearance. There is a place for a lanyard right there, so let me go ahead and close it real quick. Let's look at the engagement. The engagement's good, 20%, so we are locked up pretty good, and you can see it's nice and dead nut centered. But yeah, I guess that's how you take it apart. I'm not going to do it. It's not, like I said, it's not my knife. The flipper works pretty nicely. Got a nice little spot up there. As long as you do that, boom, no problem, right? And when you drop it, well, let's see, where is that detent ball? Okay, so you clear it right there. Right there, you're clear. And the flippers here, you got to get behind them, right here like this, right? Likewise for the reverse flick, you got to get behind right here. So right here, you see that? That works pretty nicely. Actually, it's pretty nice, I will say that much. What else are we looking at? We looked inside the screw, we look at the back. So here's the back spacer all the way, where this, it is a, you call it integral Ultim backspacer. Some people might throw integral out there. I don't know. Technically, it's one piece goes across, but it's more like an integral overlay. How about that? Call it an integral overlay. I'm cool with that. Yeah, very nice blade. Flat grind, not too thick. Definitely a nice slicer as far as that's concerned. Let's do a little picture here for the videos, for the unboxing. What do you think? I think that's a nice little shot right there. Actually, not a bad blade. I like it. Let's give it a little look here with the clip on the back side. Minimal billboarding on the knife. I like that. Interesting font that they used on there. Definitely falls very much into the artistic look of this knife. I will give you that. All right. Hey, if you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, or informative, would you please consider hitting the like button down below? And if you've already hit that like button, would you please consider hitting the subscribe button? Subscribing and liking the videos really helps me out, allows me to produce more content, do more things, ultimately do more things for you guys. So thank you to everyone out there who watches the videos, enjoys the content, is part of the channel. Appreciate you. Thank you. If you haven't already, hit that notification button down below as well so you can be notified of future content like this and other videos. Big shout out to my channel members. You do two amazing things for me. One, you encourage me. I do this part-time, so I appreciate the encouragement. Two, with your generous support, I'm able to do things sooner than I thought I could. For instance, I'm able to do a weekly budget banger giveaway. I'm able to check out knives, borrow knives, be able to ship them back. This is going to be borrowed. I have to ship this back to Hoffy, right? So that's definitely some of the things I do. Allows me to buy stuff for the giveaways. Normally I have to go shopping for it. Recently I bought some cool friend of the channel discounted knives that Hoffy had some extra of. Allowed me to buy it for giveaway, some really cool knives. So stuff like that for you channel members. I appreciate you guys so very much for that. So yeah, and if you're interested, I want you to know I do two things exclusively for you. I do a once a month members exclusive giveaway. Usually it's way better than a budget banger. It's a nicer knife, $100 to $300, something like that, or something equivalent to that, right? I want something you would enjoy giving or receiving, right? The other thing I like to do is, all new channel members, I love to send you a channel sticker and a little thank you note. And that really does apply to anybody who's actively currently a member, who has never asked and received a channel sticker. If that's you, you've never asked or received a channel sticker, email me with your name and address. I would love to mail you a channel sticker. That's for usually 99% of the time, new channel members. But it could be someone who's a member all along, or someone who was a member and became a member again. So yeah, let me know. If you're interested in how to become a channel member, there's a link down below. There's a description. In the description, there's 3 different tiers. Would love to have you. Please don't ever feel obligated to be a channel member. I want you to do it because you want to, but if you do, thank you. I'm humbled by it. Also, yeah, I genuinely mean that. So just know that. Also, if you haven't checked me out on Instagram, go check me out over at robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day and a great week.